Okay, guys, SombraDelPiso back once again. Listen, we are in, of course, Prishtina, the biggest mall in Eastern Europe. And we're in one of their stores called New Yorker. Naturally, as a New Yorker, I had to come in to cross-reference the validity of the claim of the title of the rest of the establishment. I saw this shirt, sort of reminded me of Etrian Odyssey. I don't know if you guys know the video game, but this quote really got to me. Fear is temporary, it says, but regret lasts forever. Every decision you make shapes your destiny. Choose wisely and face your fears. Remember, the choices you make today will determine your future. Agreed, agreed. I say that a lot on the channel, and you guys know that for sure. We're gonna talk a little bit about that quote now, right? We're gonna stay here for a couple of minutes, just have a little chat, like, comment, subscribe, let's get into it. Fear is temporary, what the hell does that really mean? I think that a lot of us have a lot of trepidation when it comes to doing things that we're not comfortable with doing. Perhaps maybe filming in the Balkan nations as a person of color with a slight understanding of the language. Yeah, I'm just saying, maybe for you guys, I haven't really had that fear being here in Albania, Kosovo. I could understand, maybe it's not necessarily that example, but people have fears, maybe speaking to a woman that they like, following through with a dream that doesn't necessarily produce short-term results or gains, but you enjoy doing it. You're sort of in that perpetual conflict. I understand that, but it's temporary, it's a temporary feeling. Whatever the results that come up from that fear, it's okay, it's temporary, it's just a natural reaction of the people. Of the culture. That's just naturally it. Remember, there were always intellectuals in the past that were always sort of marginalized by their peers because their peers haven't really caught up to their level of intelligence. And I'm not saying you should walk around with a superiority complex, right? Or thinking that, oh, I'm the smartest person in the room. What I'm saying is that people just don't necessarily understand a lot of what people do, right? And they don't necessarily seek to understand, just judge. You'll feel that fear in the action. You have to go through. You have to do it. You have to push through. Regret lasts forever. Imagine you had a dream, an idea to revolutionize the way computer gaming worked, right? Because you had you had an SS RAM card idea that could boost output speeds or game performance speeds by like a whole ton. The thing is, you don't have a computer background, and a lot of people like that you discussed your idea with are trying to put you down, saying because you don't have a computer science background or an engineering background, you can't do it. And then you let that sit in, you become older, the energy for that idea disappears and fades, or sort of fades into other places or other facets of your life. Or you're doing something in life that's not necessarily indicative of your true passion, that passion for creating that SS RAM, right? That RAM card. Regret lasts forever. People carry so much on their shoulders every day in their hearts about what they used to enjoy doing, but now discarded it because they fell into this idea that society placed on them about being a real man or being a true person or being a mature person. Mature people are just people that have grown up and, pay bills and pay taxes and, file their tax returns. Do not have that regret. If you have an idea, whatever the idea is, whatever it is, if you're passionate about it, follow it. Follow it. It's so important. Seriously, it's so important. I can't stress this enough. Whatever it is, you probably don't necessarily have an art degree. You probably don't have any sartorial education, but please, if you're interested in fashion, do some sartorial work as much as you can and try to get experience. If you're interested in drawing, draw. And what else do they say? Every decision you make shapes your destiny. Dead serious. I do say we are sort of bound by tunnels of fate, for sure. There is free will to some degree because we can choose the tunnel of fate that we decide to walk down. And of course, the moment we make that choice, we are filled in our intuition, downloads of how to go down that tunnel of fate. It's like a sort of unconscious thing, right? If you have a tunnel of fate, maybe family life is not necessarily for you at your age of 25. Perhaps you have to continue with some other idea. You follow that idea, you follow it to the max, or focus yourself on that idea. Focus that point in your mind on that idea. And then life will start to manifest around you ways to quickly get to that point, that idea. Every decision you make shapes your destiny. If you know that you're supposed to be a fashion designer, I don't know why I'm continuing down this sartorial road, but just let me land, as my sister always says. If you are trying to be a fashion designer, try to get yourself around the fashion industry. Try to get yourself around like fashion parties, learn more about fashion history, do all of that stuff. Do not hang out. I mean, listen, I'm not saying don't hang out with your friends, but understand their motive. If that's congruent with you, if that's parallel with what you want, then you go with it. If it's not, then do something else. Remember, every decision you make shapes your destiny. You must take note of this for sure, for sure. It's so important. Everything you do, down to your diet, down to your exercises, down to your mental proclivities and your aptitude for reactive and reflexive behaviors. Psychology, spirituality, easy stuff, easy stuff. Let's see what else they got. Choose wisely and face your fears. Like I said, you have to focus on a point, understand what's important to you, feel it, understand it with your entire being. It has to be a visceral thing, and then go forward. Face your fears. No matter what is presented to you in your path, you must go forward. Of course, men, it makes it much easier to do this when you're on semen retention, for sure, because you intuitively understand the reflexive behavior of the people around you, and so you still make that move. Off of semen retention, you become a little bit apprehensive, a little more anxious. You sort of have a lot of trepidation with doing things. Facing your fears is much easier when you are living life the correct way. Semen retention, I'm telling you. Choose wisely and face your fears. Try to do something that's not emotionally gratifying, self-gratifying, but do something that could help people, that's a stellar idea, that could bring light to a whole myriad of people. Remember, the choices you make today will determine your future. It said it again. It's the second sentence, but of course they paraphrased it. It's the second sentence of the same thing, but they paraphrased the first one. So our first one says, every decision you make shapes your destiny. Every choice you make today will determine your future. You must make the right decisions. If you are trying to learn Albanian, for example, you see, I'm in Albania. Well, I'm in Kosovo. They speak Albanian. Put yourself in environments where they speak the language. That's how I learned Spanish. And I'm sure if I stayed 3 months here, like I did in Colombia, I'll learn Albanian. Every choice you make today will determine your future. You must stay focused. You must make the right choice. And to make the right choice, which is the objective choice for you, right? Even though that falls under the category of being subjective, you have to put the conditions in your body to make sure that you are going forward with the correct choices, right? That you are making the right decisions because you are unfettered, undistracted, not obstructed by things, addictions, proclivities, reflexive behaviors and thoughts, anxieties, all of this. You must get rid of it. You must get rid of it. Reckless. I reckon a lot of people wear this shirt and they don't really understand this message because it's so powerful. It's such a strong message. Collection number 3. I don't know, this reminds me of just Etrian Odyssey. That's why I came here, because of the dragon. It's like, dun, 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 dun. Anyway, that's all I gotta say, man. This is very important knowledge. I think a lot of us need to really embody this. This life boils down to this. Facing your fears and making the right decisions and making sure, I'm gonna add to this because I don't know if they were thinking this deep, but honestly, you wanna be able to place the right conditions in your body so you're only reflexively making the correct decisions that determines a stellar future for you. So that is all I have to say about this, man. If you enjoy that content, like, comment, subscribe, share the video with some peers. Listen, don't ever let this word get you down. I'm in the middle. God damn it. Let me just show you what's going on. This is I think Bangladesh flag, but we're in Albania. Well, we're in Kosovo. We're in the middle of the Balkans. I don't really know the language, but I'm learning it, obviously. In the 6 days I've been here, I've been really putting my mind to work, trying to connect with people, because ultimately I think that's the ultimate form of respect that you could give to someone from a different country. Putting the time in to learn their language, and not only doing that, communicating with them without any resistances, without any fears, right? So that's all I gotta say, guys. Stay radiant, of course. I'll see you guys in the next video.